truly a treat around here. That seems to be enough guppos to provide the octopod with infinite ammunition. He's surprised the Merc Puff's been able to hold its breath all this time. It's just another proof of the evolutionary change caused by Toxanol's contamination. Being undersurf has meant the Merc Puff has been left alone to munch on the route down there undisturbed. This means the northwest route has suffered more damage than the others. He's realized there's a chance all of you who were gifted with traits beyond the ordinary mammal wouldn't have been so lucky if it wasn't for the contamination's effect on evolution. He thanks you for dealing with another world eater. You're halfway there. He's got word Out of Date spotted Lupin and has a feeling your time has come. He hopes you're up for it. This is your moment. The time has come for you to face the past and make the Predator pay for what he did. Just head back to the foot of the tree. Fingers crossed Lupin will stay put until you're there. He's learned you discovered and activated the last of the arcs. How exciting. That's the only word that really works for it, he's sure. It's heartbreaking that so much will be lost when this world ends, but the Ark can take you to new places for fresh starts. The world had a far better chance before you came back here, but you had a destiny to fulfill. Questions if you could possibly have any open spaces left for fellow travelers on that Ark of yours.
So what we have here is someone looking for a way out if everything fails. There's a seat open on the Ark, but why would you want this company?
What really happens when you make a conscious choice to be alone is that you abandon a part of your life that was supposed to be filled by someone else.
Let's agree that a conscious choice is better than an unconscious one. It's only when you stop listening to your own thoughts that you're truly alone.
But it's hard to discover the astonishing light of your own being if you are too lonely or close to darkness.
Regardless, you'll never lose the company of yourself. At least you'll have that all the way to the end.
He didn't really want to go with you. Claims he was just asking out of politeness. Wiz knows it's the same old, but he likes talking to you. Thinks the Jagni tribe has the most dedicated members. Says you're awful brave to be walking around like this after all you've done. Says you should take care. Tells you not to mention the Ark again. It's beneath his... Wiz knows it's the same old, but he likes to... Go on, catch it. Little thing. The sun is high. Hide or hunt tonight? That's your call. You should be able to use that. Knowing there is a beach out there somewhere doesn't mean you need to take a dip. Such a bright day to wander around in. The surf's so wide here. feature. Wow, wow, wow! Short-circuited. Such a pretty surf. That number doesn't work for you. You need more scrap. Every little bit helps. So much damage. The dark's good for sneaking up on things. Good work, Captain. Out of Date says the time has come. Looper Lupin is still staying in the camp where he was brought up. He hopes you'll find the answers you are looking for there. It's in your nature to hope for the best but prepare for the worst, but it's likely a meeting with the Lupin will end in confrontation. He'll point you in the right direction, but the rest is up to you. This part of the journey is one you'll have to do on your own. Looper Lupin's camp has always been there, hidden deep inside the mountains. Out of Date hopes you'll find your way and the answers you were looking for once you're there. He knows he said it before, but the time has come to put an end to the Lupin's reign of terror. You should get over there, come face to face with destiny. It's going to be you against the Lupin. No rules. He's happy to help. Let's see. Each new day means new chances. Lupin says he's been looking forward to this moment. He wanted you to come here and see for yourself where it all started. He was so little when your mother and kin came here to put an end to his mother just because she was different, a hunter. That night, the hunter became the hunted, trapped with nowhere to run. He says your mother showed no mercy, only vengeance. He can see that you're like your mother. You would have made the same decision and taken the same action she did. You're a killer too. They orphaned him, left him alone, an outcast and a freak. Lupin says he's been reliving the moment every night since then. He says your mother and her disciples started something that couldn't be undone. They created the monster he would become. He knew his time would come, and he was patient. So, when he got news about your birth, he knew how to get revenge that would last. That's why he spared you that night he raised the village when you were a child. He wanted you to suffer for life, like he had. He marked you for life, so he'd recognize you when you met again, and you'd eventually remember where you came from. His hunger grew insatiable over the years to come. He tried, but being vegetarian wasn't in his nature, and he couldn't go hungry. But he's never taken a life for the sake of appetite. It's always been about survival, and that our true self is being who we are. A deep look into nature will make you understand everything better, and that natural selection eliminates, and the strongest survive. Fate is for those too weak to determine their own destiny, and now the time has come for you to accept yours. It's more than a little scary down here. Out of Date says that from what he's heard, you've been busy. He says he appreciates what you've done so far, but unfortunately he's got urgent news from his friend Noko in the east.
Wherefore, where?
Out of Date says he knows you're good-hearted enough to do your best to support Noko. He says he'll point you in the right direction, but finding Noko and making sure she gets what she needs is up to you. That doesn't sound good. Out of Date was spot on. The hoof puff needs to be stopped. Out of Date says that Noko is worried now that the Eastern World Eater is stepping up its activity. He explains that Noko keeps a fabled steed that she has planned to ride out to the World Eater, but needs help to get it prepared. Out of Date suggests that you should head east as fast as possible and see what you can do to help. He's happy to help. Understands you have other places you need. It's so dark out. Get the rhythm going well. One arm, then the other. Pumping good. Looking better. We are lonesome animals that spend all our life trying to be less lonesome. Well, looky there. A broke-down home. Might still be worth poking around. Crush lust. Dawn must be coming soon, because it's awfully dark right now. Super effective. Well, looky there. A broke-down home. Might still be worth poking around. Hot smock. Stop. You need to get the keys in sequence. Sometimes no message is a message. You need to get the keys in sequence. Sometimes no message is a message. So, the technology from yesterday's is still here today, even if its message is getting old. The plants are so thick you can barely move.
Must face with which
Gil?
different here.
He wonders if you know a safe spot, somewhere the water is still clear and unblackened. He says he's ready to get his fingers fished for this.
I don't know.
He wants you to lead him to the edge of a place like that, where the surf is see-through, or at least, drinkable.
Toodly way off furrow.
He'll flop along after you as fast as he can. Gil clearly has his head above the surface now that his fish is in the water, and asks you to find and free the Pee-wee Gargantua from the bandits now that you're on a roll, saving surfing creatures. Gil says he feels he owes you something, but understands you have no time to spill as the fate of the world is at stake.
Live, sir.
But he's found lots of waste when exploring the land in search of clear surf.
Live, sir.
He's happy to give you the bearings when you have time. He's sure you'll find something of value if you swim that way.
Yes, sir.
Says none of them had clean water, but you might find them useful in their own ways.
Yes, sir.
Here's you might be ready to surf out of here on an ark.
Western Hanover.
Guesses you're right. More like jetting into the stars.
I didn't hear what for, sir.
Thinks that when the goo goes solid, it's time to jet. Grateful you found an ark that can do just that.
Gweth,
Wishes you hadn't done more to goo up the surf like that.
gweth.
Asks who you're thinking of riding out of here with on that snazzy ark.
So what we have here is someone looking for...
I'm so glad you chose that. We're born alone, we live alone, so let's not meet the end on our own.
We are better off on our own alone. Everyone else are just means to an end.
Being alone is not the same thing as being lonely. And now we don't have to be lonely. It'll all work out in the end.
The end must justify the means. So let's hope the Ark is strong enough to carry us all into the future.
Cofintra Bidwich and
Can't see himself riding with someone who's so fond of goo.
Gwanime Fee.
Gil is always ready to help.